Hi guys, I am back because I wanted to show you my beautiful buttercup, also known as ranunculus, that I pre-sprouted. It's March 10 and I've already got flowers. And so I bought a pack from the 99-cent store in February, so a month ago, and then I pre-sprouted them. Out of the 5-pack, only this one made it, which is fine because it's from the 99-cent store, so it's not the best quality. But look at how healthy this plant is. It's so it's big. Anyways, I'm so excited. I wanted to show you guys how I did it, but before that I want to show you the rest of the flowers in this pot. I bought this columbine on clearance from Lowe's last year, and this flower actually last year when I bought it, this was more of like a lavender color, and now it's come back like a really dark purple, which I'm not complaining, it's beautiful. And then last year I also stuck some zinnias in the back, and the zinnias were actually like maybe 2 feet high. I let them go to seed and these came back. So they came back super short. It's probably like 14 inches tall, and then you can see the flowers are tiny. But I let them go to seed and these came back up, and there's one more in the front here that's not flowering yet. But I just wanted to show you that real quick. I'll probably plant more zinnias from seed later on when it gets warmer. But wanted to show you the rest of those flowers. Anyway, stay tuned and I will show you how to pre-sprout buttercup or ranunculus corms to get flowers really early in spring. Okay, so I'm back inside. These are the two, let me get it out of the sun, the two different little packs that I got at the 99-cent store. They're just a mix of colors. I wanted to see if I can get lucky and somehow get a hot pink one. So I bought one of each. And the reason why I didn't just buy 2 of these is because this is the corms that came in it. You can see if I compare. This is the one from this pack. And these smaller ones are from this pack. So the pack with the hot pink one, or the hot pink flowers possibly, the corms just don't look as healthy as the other one. So they're a little bit smaller. If I put them kind of next to each other, these look a little bit smaller. So I don't know if they're gonna be very good. And then these just look a little bit bigger. It's funny, the pack says 5, but there's a whole bunch you can see here. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do is I just have a glass jar here, a pickle jar. I just added tap water in there, and I'm just going to put all the corms in there. Oops, just gonna toss them in there. I drop one, and then I'm gonna put these together. I don't care about them getting mixed. But I'm just gonna put it in there. I'm gonna let it soak for about 3.5 hours, and then every 30 minutes or so I'm just gonna come and like give it a whirl or put a chopstick in there and stir it to aerate the water. It says to do that. Actually no, the directions don't even say to do that. It just says to plant in a sunny location. But I did this on the one that went up or came up, and I've done this other years. I tried to plant it other years and without soaking, and not a single one came up. So this obviously is needed. And if you look at look on YouTube, you can see a lot of people did this too. So all right, I'll turn the camera back on when I give it a whirl in about half an hour to 45 minutes, just to show you guys how I do it. It's really simple. Here we are, guys, 45 minutes later. So all I'm going to do is, this is a plastic chopstick I have here. I'm just going to give it a quick whirl. You don't really need to agitate the corms or anything. Just give the water a whirl. Some people actually will run this like a jar or whatever under the faucet, under a very, very tiny trickle, just to aerate the water. But I think that's just a huge waste of water. I don't know if you can tell by looking down the jar. Some of the corms have grown a little because the water, you know, is being soaked in. But once I take it out, it's only been, let's see, 45 minutes, so I could still have got, I don't know, close to 3 hours to go on this. But once I pull it out, you could see the difference. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna keep doing this intermittently. I'm not gonna record every single time because you just don't really need me to show you how to do that. But after about 3.5 hours, I will show you how I pre-sprouted. Be back. Okay, it's 3.5 hours later and the corms are still in there. Let's see if I could get it to, there you go. Oh, kind of. Anyways, it's still in there. I'm gonna pour this water out, but I brought in to prepare. This is the bowl I used last time. It's just a little plastic bowl thing that I had laying around, and I brought in some pre-moistened soil. So I just it's just potting mix, and then I added a little bit of water, and then I mixed it together. But anyways, I'm gonna pour this out. Hopefully the corms don't come out. Just do it this way. I don't mind if my hand gets wet or dirty. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna pour it onto there so you can see like it's taken in some of the water. So these are obviously the smaller ones here. Let me see if I could even figure out which is which. This is bigger, smaller. This looks smaller. This is probably smaller. So you can see like they kind of, oh, it's just soggy. I bet this one's not gonna do well. It felt really soggy. These feel a lot, well, this one feels a little soggy. This one feels more solid. These bigger ones feel a little bit more solid. Anyways, so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them all together in this little bowl. Just kind of lightly put it in there. There's one more, a couple more. Oops, I should probably do this on camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I'm just gonna pour the soil over it. That's it. It doesn't need to be like completely buried or anything. And that's all it is. And then I'm gonna place it somewhere actually inside the house that's a little bit colder, because it sometimes gets to like a mid to high 70s outside and super sunny. You want to leave this in a cool place. It can get light, doesn't matter, as long as it's a cool place for 12 to 14 days. In that time, some roots will start forming, at least on the ones that are viable. If there are some corms without roots, most likely I'm just going to toss it. But anyways, I'll check back in 12 to 14 days, depending on my schedule, and show you guys what it looks like. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so it's 14 days later. I haven't touched this at all. I've drizzled some water maybe 3 or 4 times because it's been so hot that the soil dried out. But you can see all these tiny little green things. That's just the ranunculus growing. So I'm gonna be gentle here. I'll try to bring up one of them. Sorry, I've got my baby next to me. So, okay, you can see here. Oh, here's this one actually. If I come in really close, you can see this part right here. That's the roots growing, and then that's actually, it's sprouting right there. And you can see another tiny little one, but they're all just, or not, I don't want to say all, a lot of them did really well. I'm going to, I don't have a holder for my tripod, or I don't have a tripod for my camera, so I'm trying to hold this and do this. Oh wow, you can see, let me turn this around. Tons of roots down here. All right, I'm gonna see if I can use a tripod for my phone to hold this up, and then I can start separating these, and then I'm gonna put them into little six-pack pots. All right, oh geez, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at all the roots right there. So that's just 14 days here. So you could start this really early so you could get early flowers. All right, let me see if I can set up a tripod or something. Be right back. Hey guys, I transferred everything outside to, I guess this is a little workbench I have. So here's all of this. It's hard for me to see this green, so hopefully most of this is captured. But I wanted to just, this part might get a little bit messy, that's why I transferred everything to the outside. But I just wanted to get everything separated, and I have some moistened soil potting mix that I put into these older, like 6-pack of planters that I kept. And I just wanted to show you that I'm gently separating these things. I think it was this way. So I'm just gonna gently place each of these separated corms into a cell. I'm letting all the soil drop into here so I don't waste it. I'm just gonna separate them very gently because all of the roots are growing in to a tangled mess, or they have grown into a tangled mess. So I'm just gonna get rid of this one. I'm gonna separate all of these, place them in here. Any that has at least some roots, like some have more than others, you can see here. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to top it off with soil to get everything covered. And then I'll give it a quick water. And then I'm going to leave it in the shade for a couple of days so that it, actually, you know what, I think maybe it does go, now I'm forgetting, I'm pretty sure it goes. So if this part is growing up, I'll just leave it like that and see how it does. So yeah, I was saying I'm going to leave this in shade for a couple of days, let it get acclimated to the very hot weather here. It's like in the 80s today, it was in the 80s yesterday. It should cool down tomorrow, so I'll bring it out tomorrow into some sun. So you can see this one, nothing, it's a little bit soft. Actually, can you see that? So I'm probably just going to get rid of that. Not a viable one. Okay, so yeah, let me finish this. I will zip through it really quickly. Okay, so you can see here, hopefully, I've got 11 of the cells with a corm in there, so I'm just going to use this up because it's fine. not sure why it turned off on me for a second there. I've got it back. Okay. I'm using up this one because this one had nothing in there. Didn't want to waste the soil. So, alright, let me go give it a quick water. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a quick water. Okay, and then I'm just gonna let it drain a little bit, and then I'll put it back in the shade and bring it back out to the sun tomorrow when it's a lot cooler. Guys, this is the last thing I wanted to show you. 14 days ago I showed this to you and there was like 4 flowers, and now it's completely full. So what is it, March 24th today? So if you pre-sprout in February, this is what you get. But I'm in 10B, so if you're watching this video, you could just stick those corms after soaking for a few hours right into the soil, and they'll be fine. But for next year, if you want early blooms, you can get this started in February. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and say hello to my cat. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.